subject been coming up a lot lately, and the best advice I can give you is just keep making videos, make more videos, and they will come. Well, what's been going on, folks? Welcome back to the house that never sleeps. I've been working a little on this thing off camera, doing a little bit to it, and I've got the fretboard here. I've already got all of the glue, the old glue, off of this, and I scored it a little bit. I didn't want to cut down in and loosen any fibers or anything, wood fibers or anything like that. Just scored it up a little bit, and I'm scoring this up now. I've removed all of the glue off of this. It's just it looks like there's some still on there, but that's not glue. It's, well, that might be. Just scraping it all off. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but when I took this fretboard off, this top corner up here, right here, was loose. It was already separated from the guitar, and that's where that glue still remains at. But let me get that off of there. Yeah, that's doing the trick. Anyways, I got that all cleaned up and scored up. I want to get this little bit of glue off right here. Score this thing up a little bit more. And we're going to put the fretboard on this puppy tonight. You're probably going to hear a lot of noise in the background. We haven't turned our air on yet. That's just fans running. So if you hear a lot of excessive racket, it's fans. Just moving air, pretty much. But you know, I didn't want to bore you guys to death with this. Now this binding has came loose in a couple of places. I'm not going to fix that or even worry about that right now. Right now I just want to get the board on there. The glue from gluing the fretboard on will help secure that binding a little bit too. And then I'll fix the binding and glue it back on. We've still got these cracks back here. That'll be the next video probably. Right now I'm just going to get this board back on it, get it prepped and get it on there. And like I say, I've already scored this up pretty good. And that's plenty good. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. It's not. See if I can get the light to hit it right. You might be able to. It's not deep or anything like that. It's just, you know, you don't want just smooth surface. You know what I mean? You want something for the glue to bite into. So, and here's another thing. I've been thinking about this. Been thinking about it a lot. I got the nut right here. Okay, all I got to do once I get the glue on, I have that nut right there, and all I got to do is put the board on, slide it right up to the nut, and I've already checked down here and at the 14th fret, and it's exactly where it has to be. It's got to go exactly in the right place, or it's not going to intonate properly. I mean, it could really screw it up if I have this board, you know, down too far, or you know, not in the correct position. And something else I've been thinking about. I can lay that board on there. The board's flat. I checked it with a straight edge. That neck has still got a little bit of a relief in it. And it's been that way. When it came here, the guitar came here, it had a whole bunch of relief in the neck, if you remember. Maybe I showed you, I can't remember, but had way too much relief. That's how someone broke the truss rod, trying to get the relief out of it, get some back bow. Even with the new rod just laying in there, the neck has still got some relief or forward bow in it. And I've been thinking about this quite a lot. I want to glue this fretboard on here and force back bow into that neck, and I'll probably will tighten that truss rod a little bit too once I get everything together here and get the glue on the clamps and all that. But what I want to do is we're going to glue it up, okay? Put the fretboard here, and I'm going to take blocks. I'm going to put leather on the fretboard like so. Put blocks on the leather, and I'm just going to take this old 2x4 put it on the blocks, and then I want to put a clamp in the center of that. Okay, you with me so far? Now what that's going to do is force backward bow into that neck. Not very much, but you know, I don't need very much. I just want to put some in it and glue it that way. And then we'll have that much back bow in our favor, you know, once the glue sets up and everything's ready to go. But that's the way I'm going to do this. I've got to remember and leave this up long enough to get another clamp back here. But I thought you might find that interesting, or want to know what was going on, because once we start gluing, and we're going to start right now. Right now. I've got a brush here. I think I've went through the steps several times. I think I've got everything I need here. There is one more thing I want to do first. Hold on. Make sure there's no dust. Between there in that glue joint, or as little as possible anyways. So you can move this up here, and we are ready for glue. Cheers. I guess I should move the camera over here. I should have already did that. Hold on. Well, sorry folks. You know, when it comes to doing a job like this, the importance to me is in the job rather than the camera. I hope you guys will please understand that. It's tough, you know, to make these videos and keep everything %100% all of the time, you know what I mean? I try to make the videos, you know, as good as I can, but the main thing here is the job at hand, you know what I mean? That's the number one thing that's on my mind. Of course, I want to keep you guys happy too, but like I say, the job comes first. Maybe I should need to apologize for that, but you got plenty of work time on this, you know, but there again, I don't like to waste a whole lot of it. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope everyone's staying cool, man. It's hot here today. It was very, very, very hot here today, and it still is. I don't know what's worse, the heat or having to plow snow 3 feet deep and the cold and all that jazz. I don't know which is worse. I'm not really crazy about either of them. But yeah, hope you guys understand that, what I'm trying to say here. The videos are important too, but you know, the job really is my main importance, if that makes sense. And I hope you guys will try to please understand that. Alright. I just just want to set the nut in there and slide this puppy right up to the nut, like so. Make sure it's up there good and tight. You have plenty of work time with this glue, but you know, I don't like to waste that. You know what I mean? There's no need in abusing it just because you got plenty of it, right? Right. All right, we're good. Let's clamp him up. So what I'm going to do is put a block here. Okay. Leather and a block here. Place this near this. Make sure those are as center as possible. And we should get some squeeze out here. Get that nut out of there because we do not want to glue the nut in. Be a horrid mistake. Gotta get that squeeze out off. Alright, yeah. Getting lots of squeeze out. This is good. So I got the camera over here now that everything's done. Idiot. But anyways, like I was saying, I like to make the videos as good as I can for y'all, but you know, sometimes it's just the job at hand is you got to focus on that, pay more attention to that than the camera. And this was one of those times. You old subscribers, I'm sure you've been here, you've seen these times with me before. Getting the rest of the squeeze out. I got that clamp to stay on there. I had to angle it a funky way, but it worked. And it's holding. I spreaded these blocks out a little bit more and got some backward bow in the neck, I think. I'm going to try adjusting that rod here shortly. And for it's just a fact, we'll do that. Well, you can't see it. I'm going to move the camera again. Try to adjust the rod just enough to put a little bit more back bow into that neck while it sets up. Let me move the camera back a little bit and we'll do that now. Like I say, as long as this neck has had a forward bow in it, which has been a long time, I can barely see that myself. Clamping it this way will force backward bow into it, and as we tighten this rod with doing this, I'm going to watch the clamp may get loose if I tighten the rod too much. But doing them both together, it didn't get very loose. If it did, that's all I'm going to do right there, and just let that set up that way. With the rod, you know, kind of tight. You had a little bit of back bow in the thing. Man, I am pouring the sweat. A little bit of back bow in it, and let it set up that way. I've done that before with guitars, because, like I say, it had been forward bowed, a very, very long time, many years, you know, and we put string tension on it. It's probably going to want to go back forward bow again, and that's why I couldn't get a good reading with the straight edge, you know, back to the bridge back here to tell if it needed a neck reset or not. You can't get it. You can't go by that reading if the neck isn't perfectly straight. Couldn't get it straight. Well, it just broke off. Couldn't even try. But it surely has got back bow in it now. I'll move the camera yet again in a few minutes and check it and make sure. See a little bit more squeeze out, oozing out of it. So I know I got. Let me wipe that other side too. I know I have a very tight clamp here. Should have a very good bond when it sets up. I'm going to leave that for 24 hours now, and come back here 24 hours later, take all this shit off of it and let it breathe again, and we should have a working adjustable neck again with a back bow in it. And then when we put strings on it, if it does pull it forward again, you know, we got a rod now that will handle that. So there we are. We got the fretboard on. Hold on, let me move that camera again. Show you what I'm talking about. By putting these blocks in here, put the board on top, put the clamp in the center. You can see as I tighten the clamp, that's forcing backward bow into the neck this way. And that's what we want. That's why I didn't clamp it otherwise. And this clamp, like I say, I had to put it on there crooked, but it is tight. Got a lot of squeeze out all around both sides of the fretboard extension and the end of it. And like I say, I'll go back and fix all this binding that came loose after we get all this crap off of it. We'll fix the binding, and then we need to tackle these cracks. 2 of them. I took a flashlight and went along both cracks with a mirror inside, and I couldn't see any daylight through those cracks. Maybe a little bit on this one in the center here. It wasn't very much though. But he wants me to try to get some glue in there, so we're going to do that. Not on this video. That'll be the next video probably. And I want to show you guys this bridge. I think I showed you this before, but that bridge has been off of there. Someone put that bridge on there. And you can just tell. See that? Same thing on the back. You can tell someone's had the bridge off of it for some reason and put it back on. They did a pretty good job too. A little excessive glue run out maybe there, or a lot of times when you see this bare wood like this, it's from where the bridge has pulled up and actually came forward. I've got guitars in here before the pins were actually the only thing holding the bridge on, and it had moved forward enough to do that, exactly that, to the finish. And you can see how far that one had pulled forward. And if you think it ain't hot in here, man, check that out. I mean, water running, dripping off of me. It is hot at the house that never sleeps here tonight. Anyways, I apologize for the shitty camera work. I wasn't thinking. I just, you know, like I said, the job to me is the #1 priority here. I'll try to show you guys what I can, but the job is the #1 priority. And it would be if I was working on your guitar. By the way, if anyone wants to talk to me about sending me whatever to work on, and I've got a couple guys talking right now about it on Facebook. If you want to send me your guitar or have me check it or do anything to it, hit me up on Facebook. Don't use this crappy YouTube messaging. It never works. I'll never get notified of that. Send me a message on Facebook. Pick pictures of it if you can, and we'll talk about it. You know, kick it around, get together on something, and I'll fix your guitar for you. Somebody wants to talk. And it's like midnight or something like that. Midnight, yeah. Anyways, next video we will take this crap off, tackle these cracks back here. I'll finally show you the razor blade thing that I've been telling you about. I know the old subscribers have seen it before, but probably a lot of you new guys have never seen it, or maybe a lot of you already know that trick. I don't know, but and it just needs to rest. You know what I mean? So anyways, cheers guys and gals. I will see you on the next video. On this will be those cracks. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the crappy camera work. I'll get better at it. Give me a little time. Have a little mercy. See you on the flip side of the flop. Cheers.